start on time. Let's start. If everybody's here, let's start.
Yes, start.
Yeah. Good evening, leaders and speakers and role players and my dear Toastmasters and distinguished guests. I please request you kindly to settle down so that we can begin our meeting. Today I am the Sergeant. My name is Ilangovan, Toastmaster Ilangovan. I am the Sergeant at Arms for this today meeting. I welcome you all for this wonderful, lovely meeting number 58. Please follow the ground rules. Please choose a quiet location to reduce the distractions to the speaker and members. Limit the distractions and avoid multitasking and avoid leaving and disturbing during the meeting. If you need to move out, please stop your video. And it is not recommended to use chatting during the speeches. Please note that the virtual silence is virtual. I kindly request you all to put your mobile phone or any noise producing devices on silent mode. Now, I would like to introduce our Honorable President to take over this wonderful and lovely meeting. Take over the President. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sergeant at Arms. Thank you very much for the lovely. Who would you like to be in the world? Whether it is in private or at school, our choices and preferences are visible everywhere. If you want to be a leader or a communicator, a good, a great, an excellent leader and communicator, then Toastmaster is your place. Fellow Toastmasters, dear guests, good evening. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I'd like to welcome everyone to this meeting. And I don't want to address this meeting for long because we do not have too much time because we have so many, it's as a speakathon, and it is something that we are proud that we launched it today. And because it's some of the requirements that you can get some awards from the district level. It's not only one, it has to be 2 or 3 and 4. So let us continue, do that. Speakathon is something tremendous when it comes to the speakers to show how they are or where did they reach in the level of learning in Toastmasters. Not only that, it also shows how much the club is successful in showing more and more speakers. We are so proud in BITP with our members. They are elite. I call them the elite of the BITP. They are always there whenever you meet them. They are supporting everyone, not only in the club, even in the area level, the division level, and the district level. Thank you very much for everyone for making this happen. Now, with not any further, actually, I did not open the meeting. I'm sorry. I apologize. I will call this meeting to order. Thank you very much. I excuse for that. It's my mistake. Please I apologize for that. Now, let's go for the guest today over here. Just fast. Every guest has 30 seconds to talk about. So let's start with Ilangovan. Toastmaster Ilangovan. Please introduce yourself.
Yeah, thank you, President. Mr. Viqaruddin requested to be as part of Sergeant at Arms today. It is my honor to be here as this Sergeant at Arms role. And this is for my second meeting. I am attending this. I learned many from your meeting. Hopefully, this meeting also the same. I thank you very much for all role players and speakers for this successful meeting. Thank you, President. Back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anfal. Thank you very much. And welcome in our meeting, and thank you for taking the role of Sergeant at Arms. Toastmaster Noha, welcome. By the way, Toastmaster Noha, she's one of the magnificent Toastmasters from the Educator Toastmaster Club, and she is everywhere. And she is, I can call her the Iron Woman of the Educator Toastmaster Club. Toastmaster Noha. Maybe she's busy. Detail Ahmed Rizvi, good evening. I'm so glad that you are here. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you. It's a pleasure, Mr. President. Thank you very much for giving me an opportunity to enjoy the meeting from Bahrain IT professionals. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, Ahmed. Okay, because we don't have time, and I want to be precise and giving on time. Every role player to start on time, please. I would request every role player to stick to the time. We do not want to be delayed by anyone. And with that, I would like to hand over the session to our lovely Toastmaster of the day, the Master of Ceremonies, the person who I know his personality. I would love even to learn about his personality when they call it emotional intelligence, which is the one that I'm learning these days. All right? Thank you very much. Toastmaster Ahmed, floor is yours. Toastmaster Ahmed.
Hello? Am I audible?
Yeah, so you have some echo. You need to speak the other mic.
Yeah, give me a moment. Give me a moment. Am I audible?
Yes. Please go ahead.
Clear.
Hi. Actually, I was not hearing your voice, so I missed all your parts. So, but I know from where I have to start. Yeah, it's a very good opportunity to have you all in Speakathon, our meeting number 28, where almost 7 speeches are there. And the word of the day, orator, perfectly defined this. I am considering all 7 speakers as orator. They are going to orate their feelings or their objectives into this meeting. Without wasting any much time, I would like to tell you that I will be guarded by some important role player with us. I have timer, Mr. Toastmaster Riazuddin,
Yes,
who
sir.
is having IT professional career of almost 2 decades in Middle East region. Mr. Riazuddin, can you?
Good evening, gentlemen. This is Mohammed Riaz. Today, I'll be playing a role of timer. So my role is to monitor and record the timing of the speaker. And also I will alert before the alert time. And in the conclusion, I will summarize the total speeches. Speaker has consumed the times, and I will notify the time. Thank you.
Yeah. Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, thank you, timer. Now I have another support for today, grammarian, young leader Shreya Sara. Can you tell me your role today and what you are going to do?
Yes. Good evening. I am the grammarian for today. As grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay close attention to all speakers, listening carefully to their language usage. I'll take note of any misuses of the English language, as well as any outstanding words, quotes, sayings, or thoughts. As grammarian, it is also my duty to introduce the word of the day.
Thank you, young leader Shreya. Oh, is it a presentation? Yeah.
Orator. For today's word of the day, it's orator. Orator is a noun, which means a public speaker, especially one who is eloquent or skilled. Synonyms of the word orator: speaker, lecturer, speech maker. Antonyms of the word orator: listener, attender. Orator used in a sentence. Though not a great orator, his speeches were weighty and impressive. Each speaker is encouraged to use the word of the day. At the end, I'll be giving the word of the day and grammatical usage report when called upon during the meeting. I wish all the speakers a very best, and thank you. Back to you.
Thank you, Shreya. Now I have another man who is going to, I'm sure he is listening and he is noting down my all the time. We have Toastmaster Riyaz Ahmed, who is going to be very peculiar about all the crutches and all other stuff, but I want to hear from our counter how they are going to judge or mark their orating, all the orators. Over to you.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Hope you all doing great. As a role today, I'll be noting down the specific words. It is given to me. There is a template given to me. I'll be following that. End of the meeting, I'll be able to give you the information on that. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Amit.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Riyaz Ahmed. Now, I have to present before you the evaluator who is going to evaluate this complete meeting altogether. Toastmaster DTM Ahmed Rizvi. Will you please introduce yourself?
Thank you very much, Master Professor, fellow Toastmasters and most distinguished guests. Good evening to you all. This is distinguished Toastmaster Ahmed Rizvi, who is going to be the general evaluator for this wonderful Speakathon meeting of Bahrain IT Professionals Toastmasters Club today. And as part of my duty, I will be monitoring the entire meeting and calling for the individual evaluators report with the support of the other team players like timer, counter, comedian, etc. And I will submit general remarks and feedback at the end of the meeting. It's a pleasure being here. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, DTM Ahmed Rizvi. Now, without taking much time, it's a speakathon. 7 orators are going to take the center stage of today's meeting, and they are going to elaborate their speaking skills. Before going to prepared speeches, we have a session for new member induction. So I would like to ask Toastmaster Sakil Sheikh to take the control and introduce the new member. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Amit. You are doing great. Good evening, everybody. It's a pleasure to introduce new members to the club. It's a really great opportunity to let others as well learn and benefit from what we are benefiting. So let's start. Fellow Toastmasters, it is now our duty and privilege to induct Mr. Talha Iftikhar, Mr. Hamim Jasir, and Mr. Arshiyan Nazish Bure into the Bahrain IT Professionals Toastmasters Club. This is an important occasion, both for the new member and for our club. They have come to Toastmasters seeking to improve their communication and leadership, and we now have an opportunity to help them learn, grow, and achieve. I will now call our new members forward. Can we focus on their videos, please? Okay.
Yes, they are already spotlighted.
Good. Is Mr. Talha joining?
Talha is not joining.
All right, so we will induct only two members. All right, Mr. Hamim Jasir and Mr. Arshiyan Nazish Buri, you are joining a worldwide organization that has helped more than 4 million people learn to communicate more effectively. As a member of the Bahrain IT Professionals Toastmasters Club, you will benefit from a proven program of self-development. You will become part of an outstanding group of people who are dedicated to helping one another in a spirit of sharing and enjoyment. Mr. Vice President Education, have the new members been given an opportunity to discuss their needs and goals with the club? Have they been told how the Toastmasters program works and informed of the many benefits they will receive, as well as the obligations of membership?
Yes, Mr. Vice President, membership. Yes.
Thank you. Who has been assigned as mentors for the new members?
For Toastmaster, not Toastmaster, Mr. Habib Jasir assigned a mentor, Toastmaster Mohammed Viqaruddin.
Okay.
And Mr. Arshiyan Nazish Bore assigned a mentor, Toastmaster Tawfiq Kader.
Okay. Would the mentors please confirm, as experienced Toastmasters, you have been asked to help the new members get off to a good start. Do you accept this responsibility and pledge to share your knowledge and experience with our new members so that they can immediately begin to benefit from the Toastmasters membership? Can the mentors please confirm?
Yes, I do.
Yes, I do.
Thank you. Mr. Hamim Jasir and Mr. Arshiyan Nazish Bure, membership in this club and in Toastmasters International is a privilege that carries with it many rewards. Yet, it also places certain obligations upon you. We are a group of people brought together to do things we could not accomplish alone. Our collective obligation is to grow and improve ourselves and to share our knowledge and experience with fellow members in a spirit of enjoyment. This means you must work diligently toward your own self-development, evaluate others' speeches in a spirit of support and sharing, assist the club in reaching its goals, remain positive, and keep a smile on your face. We ask you, our new members, to dedicate yourself to personal growth, to share this great gift with your fellow members, and to help keep this Toastmasters Club strong and dynamic. Please raise your hands and affirm your membership by repeating the following words. Can please raise hands. After I, please state your name, okay? I, Mr. Hamim Jasir or Mr. Arshiyan Nazish Bure.
Hamim Jasir.
Arshiyan Nazish Bure.
In the presence of my fellow members.
In the presence of my fellow members.
of the Bahrain IT Professionals Toastmasters Club
of the Bahrain IT Professionals Toastmasters Club
make this firm obligation
make this form obligation
to attend meetings regularly
to attend meetings regularly
and prepare fully for each assignment
and prepare fully for each assignment
to apply myself to the projects outlined
to apply myself to the projects outlined
in the Toastmasters education program,
in the Toastmasters education program,
to participate actively in club activities,
to participate actively in club activities,
to evaluate others in a positive, constructive manner,
in a positive, constructive manner,
to build open, friendly relationships
to build open, friendly relationships
with my fellow members,
with my fellow members,
and to bring other new members
and to bring other new members
into the club so that they can also gain the benefits of Toastmasters.
so that they can also gain the benefits of Toastmasters.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Would all club members please raise your hands and repeat our club's pledge to our new members? We, the members of the Bahrain IT Professionals Toastmasters Club,
We, the member of the Bahrain IT Professional Toastmasters Club,
pledge to support you
pledge to support you
in your quest for self-development,
in your quest for self-development,
to provide you with positive, helpful evaluations,
to provide you with positive, helpful evaluations,
to maintain a friendly, supportive atmosphere,
to maintain a friendly, supportive atmosphere,
to give you opportunities to help others,
to give you opportunity to help others,
and to make your Toastmasters membership
and to make your Toastmaster membership
a rewarding and fulfilling experience.
a rewarding and fulfilling experience.
We can now call Mr. Hamim, Toastmaster Hamim and Toastmaster Arshia. Welcome to the club.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Toastmaster Sakil Sheikh for the great induction ceremony that I would say I haven't seen this in the last few months. Now, with the prepared speeches, as per our agenda, I'm going to introduce the evaluator and then I'm going to introduce the orator who is going to orate the speech. So on the agenda, my first evaluator is Toastmaster Mohammed, who is mother of four and a toddler's teacher. You know, it is very difficult to teach a toddler. They will teach you. And you are teaching toddler, it is very difficult. So to Toastmaster Mohammed, you are going to evaluate Toastmaster Saeed Abbas. Can you please tell us what are the criteria for this judgment? Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Ahmed. My speaker, Toastmaster Saeed Abbas, is going to give his first icebreaker. The purpose of his speech is to introduce himself to the club and to learn the basic structure of public speech. Timer, please note, timing is 4 to 6 minutes. Toastmaster Saeed Abbas, I wish you all the best. Over to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Toastmaster Noah. Now it's time for Toastmaster Saeed Abbas to start his working skills and deliver his first icebreaker. The path is leadership development, and the title of his speech is "Who is the boss?" We all want to know clearly. Over to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Ahmed. Thank you, everybody. I will share my screen. That will give you, and I believe I will know myself also. I believe all of you can see the screen, right? Perfect. My name is Abbas. My model, it is 1986. I graduated 2009. From Bahrain University. It is in India University. I start working as a Oracle developer after graduation immediately, 2009. What I love architectures, which is because before I want to be IT guy, okay, I was planning to be engineer, okay, but then my ambitions, okay, it is changed. I like football, chess, I like to be fun, always optimistic, okay, all these things, okay, as written in this diagram. I believe I am formal right now, so I will break the ice here. Okay, I will take the energy from Mr. President Ahmed, how to do the presentations. Basically, okay, the things I did it here, if you can see it from this diagram, okay, I like to be transfer on people, okay, can touch the happiness and touch the difference, okay. The people, they keep speaking, okay, myself, okay, I need to make the balance, okay, between how I present myself and how I present my work. So I am Said Abbas. I am right now 34 years old. I am married. I have 3 daughters. I'm working currently as a database manager with the AFS, Arab Financial Services. I am data and programming savvy, who's like data and do analytics and data minings and try to find sites from that data. I am readers. I read a lot of books. Okay, it is not about because I am Muslim, I am Arabic. Okay, I am from that regions. Okay, what I'm doing. Okay, I'm trying always diving to know a lot of religions about different cultures. Okay, what I'm doing daily, okay, I don't go to sleep without reading articles in IT and different just to develop myself, also my personality, because I believe, okay, the reader, okay, and to reading, it is rich your knowledge, and it is rich your speaking and even your mind. Okay, this is what I'm doing daily. I like to be fun. I like to be funny with the people. Okay, I have a lot of friends. Okay, from different countries. Okay, even I'm just keeping contact with them by using WhatsApp or Instagram or all the social media, because I believe that connect with the people. Okay, that give you privileges and it give you more power. Okay, to reach to reach and your idea, or to get help also. It is not about you providing help. Even sometimes you are getting, you need to, it's the other support, the other people, they need to support you. So I want to be here. Okay, why I want to be, why I'm joining this club, and I meet with this kind people, okay, which is, I believe I will learn a lot from you, gentlemen and ladies. Okay, I believe all of you have rich experience. Okay, I am ready to learn from you. Okay, and I will try my best also to support and to give help, and I will take the help obviously from you. This is Said Abbas briefly. And that's it, I believe. And there is a one quote, I like it. I was always, or maybe daily, I'm repeating it. There is something we call it happiness will not come to those people who fail to appreciate what already they have. Okay, this is my quote in my life. Okay, I always happy whatever I have. Okay, I have to be stand with it. Okay, and look for the other things. Okay, based on the facts and the things I have it right now. That's it. This is Said Abbas. Thank you so much to be with you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Said Abbas. It was a great icebreaker. I just noticed one thing. I will leave everything to well-wisher. Only thing I noticed that you said gentlemen and then you said ladies. You are a married man. You need to switch this.
I can't hear you. Can you again add, because your voice is not.
Yeah, you just stop sharing. It's fine. It's fine.
I just said that you mentioned. I'm just kidding. Just adding something from myself. That you say gentlemen and ladies. So you are married. Okay, moving to the next. I'm having one charismatic and dynamic personality with us who is going to judge the next speech by Toastmaster Ahmed and Balooshi. The personality who is going to evaluate the speech is Toastmaster Jalal is a business development consultant by profession and a budding life coach by passion, who excellently joined Toastmasters in 2018, I think. Surprisingly, he is now a member of over 6 clubs in 2 districts and has served treasurer, APM, BITP, currently besides in the area 2 director. He is also president for Allied Bahrain Communicators and BP Education for Bahrain Advanced Toastmasters and Bahrain Visitors Toastmaster Club. And he, as rightly said, that he is a front bencher, not a back bencher. So I asked Toastmaster Jalal to tell us the evaluation criteria for Toastmaster Ahmed and Balooshi speech.
Thank you, Master of Ceremonies, for that wonderful introduction. And just to correct you, I was and am a backbencher, and proud to be that one. Today's speech by my speaker, Toastmaster Ahmed al-Balooshi, is a unique project speech that is only found in the motivational strategies path, nowhere else. This is about understanding emotional intelligence. For this project, my speaker has kept a journal for 2 weeks, analyzing his emotions and monitoring them. And based on this, he will give his speech to show us how to cultivate an understanding, how he cultivated an understanding of his emotions, and also to perhaps to identify how his emotions impacted others people's emotions impacted his emotional state. The purpose of this speech is for the member to share some aspect of his experience journaling emotions or being aware of emotions when interacting with others. Timer, please note the timing of the speech is 5 to 7 minutes. Over to you, Master of Ceremonies, and wish my speaker all the best.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jalal. Now it's time for our next orator, our current president, Toastmaster Ahmed al-Balooshi. Title of the speech is The Power of Emotional Intelligence, and path is Motivational Strategy, level 3. Over to you, Toastmaster Ahmed al-Balooshi.
Thank you very much. Am I audible? Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Great, fantastic. Before you start, before you start. Yeah, great. Okay. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Luckily, I'm back to the college, and my latest course is about emotional intelligence for almost 1 month now. And for that, I was practicing emotional intelligence for 1 month, not 2 weeks. Fellow Toastmasters, dear guests, good evening. What is emotional intelligence? Emotional intelligence is the mental ability of individuals to recognize their own emotions, feelings, and sensations. Moreover, it is understanding the emotions and feelings of others to distinguish between different moods, interact with them, and respond to them as needed. Emotional intelligence is a huge topic. I will focus on the most important domains for emotional intelligence, or EI. We have 4 domains, and they are distributed on 2 patterns or 2 pillars: self-awareness, self-management, social awareness, social relationship management. Why these are important domains? Because they contain competencies that are very important for you to be a great leader. Emotional intelligence is the skill you need, and one of the most important skills that we need and you need to be a great leader and a great communicator, because it teaches you how to be patient. For self-awareness, you need to know your story and how it affects you. You need to recognize what is your emotions, how study them, then start develop them. Make peace with your past, forget them, work on today and tomorrow. Know your beliefs, your emotions, and your behavior patterns. This is how you will learn. You will recognize it, you will learn, study it, then you will develop it. How you will do that? You will do it by self-management. The self-management is learning skills. For example, for breathing, relaxing, take some breath. Relax whenever you are in an uncomfortable situation. Complete your basic emotions to heal yourself. Learn skills that motivates you. Maintain your healthy eatings, exercising. This is how you manage yourself. You manage your feelings, sensations, and emotions. On the other side, you need to understand others. You are living in a social environment. You need to understand the non-verbal social signals from others. You need to develop a positive view of others. You need to understand the basic human emotional needs. You need to interact with them and understand their personal integrity. And this is, you do it by implementing and executing the social relationship management skills. You need to develop skills for reflective listening, and empathy. Empathy is a very important thing. You need to show empathy for others, so you can sit with them on the table and you can interact with them and show them that you care. You want to be a leader. It's not about giving orders. It's about you show the cares to others. You need to learn the skills for healthy communications. You need to learn how you manage conflicts with others. Leaders, good leaders, I'm not looking at any leaders. You may, as a leader, have a talent, but not most of the leaders, they do not have the skills. The skills are not gifts that you're given. Talent maybe, skills are not. They are learned. You learn them. This is why how you need to learn the conflict management. You need to learn the skills of supporting others. This is very important. Sometimes people, they need you to be there to support them. And this is how, in the emotional intelligence, you learn these things. That's why each person, even if he's a leader, not a CEO, he needs a coach to teach him these things. Now, why this is important? Just think about these 4 domains or pillars. We're talking about self and social, true? Right? Now, for the personal, you have competencies. And those competencies are self-awareness and self-management. For the social competencies, you have social awareness and relationship management. Social relationship management. These are the social competencies. But think about it, just for a while. Self-awareness and social awareness, they meet. Where? Because these are the recognitions. This is what you see. What you see and observe in order for you to learn.
Now, how you learn? This is the regulation part here of the thing, which is the self-management and the social relationship management, where what you do there. This is the regulation, your actions, what actually you need to do to develop yourselves. The coach, the mentor, he will teach you what to do and where to reach. Most of you will reach to a stage of the coach, he will develop the strategy for you and you will implement and practice. And this is how you will be a good leader. Good leaders with high EQ, they create low stress in work environment. They're able to find solutions quickly. They have a great management style. They put people on ease. They have easy communication flow. They're able to inspire and motivate. They know their team's strengths and weaknesses. They are assertive and supportive. Well, think about it. The low EQ leaders, they create lots of stressful environment. They have poor communication flow. They have no clear direction. Most of the time they put people on edge. They put them under risk. They blame others for everything. They are unsupportive in most cases. Think of it wisely. Why you are here and Toastmaster? As I told you, leadership and communicator might be, they have talents, but they need the skills. These skills, you learn them. And if you want to learn them, Toastmaster is your place to learn such skills. Thank you very much. And back to you, Master of Ceremony.
Thank you very much. It was indeed a good presentation over emotional intelligence. Thank you very much, President, Toastmaster Ahmed Balooshi. Now, moving next quickly to the next orator, Toastmaster Mohammed Viqaruddin. His title of speech is Early Development, Path is Persuasive Influence, Level 1. And in order to evaluate his speech, I have with me Toastmaster Gangadhar Rao, a senior management professional, project program management. You just name it, everything he has in his 27 years experience, 25-year international exposure, IMS lead auditor, CCNA, working with multinational companies. So everything he has. So he can evaluate you very much, Toastmaster Viqaruddin. I'm very much sure about it. Toastmaster Gangadhar Rao, please share the evaluation criteria for Viqaruddin's speech.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, for the wonderful introduction. I like everything except the number of years. So anyway, that reflects in my gray hair, so I can't help it. Toastmaster Mohammed Viqaruddin, today he is attempting level 1 project from the path Persuasive Influence. The purpose of this project for the speaker is to present a speech on any topic, receive feedback, and apply the feedback in the second speech. And the speech title is Early Development. I wish my speaker, Toastmaster Mohammed Viqaruddin, all the best with the speech. Back to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Gangadhar Rao. Now it's time to invite on the center stage next orator of this evening, Toastmaster Mohammed Viqaruddin, who is going to present Path Persuasive Influence Level 1, and title of his speech is Early Development. Over to you, Toastmaster Mr. Viqaruddin.
Orator, Lao Zhao once very rightly said, a journey of 1,000 miles must begin with a single step. You know me as a Toastmaster. you know the current profession, but you don't know my experience and my passion, where I am today as a cloud solution architect. My fellow distinguished Toastmasters and guests. When I started as my first public speaking, or you can say public stage, where I have done as a role as farmer. In the school, I was very slim and trim. Still I am slim and trim, but that time I was like a farmer. So they have given me a placard on my shoulder, and the role is just to take this one cigar from, and I have to keep like this and make like this, and my role is over. So that is my public appearance. That too, I am born and brought up from Hyderabad. That school was very large. Maybe some of know about Minhaj school. Their students like around 400-500 students. I was just shivering. The role which I have played, it was, remember, all people, they're calling me as a farmer. So it was teasing me. 5 years, I never forget. That is the role I made it. If I keep continue that role, maybe I am a famous. So I want to be famous now. I am very passionate in terms of my studies. In terms of whatever I do with full. I will give an example for as a cricket. When I play cricket, eat cricket, sleep cricket, running cricket, and bowling cricket. I was playing when come for the school in the morning, when there is a free period, playing cricket, afternoon in the cricket, after finishing school cricket, Sunday cricket, wherever there is some matches is happening, I am going and watching the cricket. And most of them, they are saying, this person is always available. And even I'm not playing, but I'm watching cricket. This is the passion I have in mind. Wherever, whatever I like it, I do with my full energy to try to grasp something, to learn something. By watching their matches, I can learn something, how to they are making ball, how to making their cricket left, right, sixes, like that. So I learn a lot. Then come to my technical qualification, which I started in technical as a Microsoft certified system engineer. Since 99, I'm a certified. So there also, I start my passion. I study day and night for my Microsoft certified system engineer to be passed. Unfortunately, I was doing for the first time as a computer-based training. I failed. Then I get surprised. Then again, I start my passion reading from computer-based training, reading books. At that time, we have to follow the lab manuals, go one by one. Then after that, I got the idea how we have to pass the exam. Then I start learning from computer-based training and keep my passion from since 2000 till now. I never failed any of the online exam in terms of Microsoft, in terms of Cisco, ITEL, whatever the exam is coming, I will do with my full preparation and go for the work. That I have done, achieved a lot. But I'm going back again to the school. In the school also I studied very nicely. All the time I'm playing cricket, all the time I am roaming around. When come for the result, assignment term first, quarterly exam first, half-yearly exam first, annual exam first. One of my relatives saying all the time you're playing, how you can become a first? Because I studied in the early morning, which is fresh of mind, and in the night, half an hour, 1 hour, and sleep. So I remember all the question and answer, whatever teacher has given, I am writing. That's a simple way of doing it. Similarly, we'll come to our Toastmasters. Most of our Toastmasters, when I join as a meeting, they see in the gallery view where I am. So wherever the meeting is happening, I am there. Why? Because I'm a passionate Toastmaster. So I have to say for my conclusion, always to do with your passion, not just like that. Okay, back to you, Master of Ceremonies.
Thank you, Toastmaster Viqaruddin. It was indeed a pleasure to hear you. Now, in my agenda sheet, I have one orator who has stuck somewhere. So I will jump to the next orator if you don't mind, and I'm sure he's always prepared to take challenges, always there to show his skills and orating skills. Now I am going to take DTM Toastmaster Khalid Jalal to orate something. I will come to that title and everything, okay. But this speech is going to be evaluated by DTM Abhijit Roy. The Abhijit Roy, our business development manager by profession, corporate experience of almost 12 years in the oil and gas industry. Toastmaster for three and plus years, an ardent photographer and traveler. Graduated in computer science 2.1 from UBC, Vancouver, Canada. Toastmaster DTM Abhijit Roy, I would like to invite you on the center stage to give the evaluation criteria for the speech DTM from DTM Khalid. Over to you, DTM Abhijit.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ahmed. I was getting a couple of notifications to switch on my video, but the only reason why I'm not switching on is because I'm going to read the objectives from my phone, and that is the only reason why I'm not doing it. But I'll do switch on my video when I'll be providing my evaluation. Fellow Toastmasters, good evening, and all guests present here. Today, I really have the honor to evaluate one of the speakers who would be delivering a very milestone speech, which is the Distinguished Toastmasters first speech. Now, before I start off reading out the project objectives, a little brief on what the speech is going to be all about. Basically, whenever you travel towards a journey to accomplish the coveted title of a DTM, which is a Distinguished Toastmaster, in the pathways journey, you need to complete 2 paths and then accomplish a DTM project, a Distinguished Toastmaster project. And that project is going to be an activity with what you want to achieve, the plan as well as the accomplishment. This being the first speech, I'll read out the objectives. The purpose of the project is for the member to demonstrate his skills as a leader and as a public speaker. The purpose of the first speech, which is this speech, is for the member to introduce his plan or vision. Distinguished Toastmaster Khalid has already completed his strategic relationship project as well as his presentation mastery. Now, as I said, this is to accomplish the second DTM or the third DTM, whichever is applicable. Now, for the timing is 5 to 7 minutes. Khalid, all the very best for your speech, and over to you, Toastmaster Ahmed, to read out the title.
Thank you, Toastmaster, Distinguished Toastmaster. Now it's time to invite Distinguished Toastmaster Khalid Jalal. He is going to present on the speech on the part DTM project, his first speech, and title of this speech is SOS. Before going to the speech, I would like to say something about DTM Khalid Jalal, as he is our ex-president and he is founder member of Bahrain Professional Club, Sir Area 3 Director, Division C Director, currently term serving as a Club Growth Director. Over to you, distinguished Master Khalid.
Thank you very much, Master of Ceremonies. Before I start, I just want to make sure the devices are working fine. If you can help me with letting me know if you can see my PowerPoint presentation.
Yes.
Am I audible? And, and if you also allow me, I want to pin the timer. Can't see the timer.
VP, please pin the timer.
Okay, I have my own mobile as a timer, but can I see the timer? Who's the timer?
Myself, Mohammed Riyaz, timer today.
Okay, Mr. Mohammed. Let me. For some reason, I'm unable to pin you.
Viqaruddin, if you can help.
Try now.
Yes, now I can. I also want to see myself if that is possible. Okay.
I allow multiple pins so you can.
But can I pin myself as well?
Yes, you can pin and you can pin the timer, both.
Yeah, 1 second. I'm trying to locate myself on the screen. Okay, there I am.
Initial is timer.
I'm ready, Mr. Timer.
Yes, sir, please go ahead, sir.
SOS, sign of emergency, save our ship. This is something written on emergency situation to achieve some help. Either you're on a ship or you're in a corporate, you're in a personal life, even married life, or you're a Toastmaster. You always go through ups and downs and you need emergency help. Similarly, our entire district is also going through the ups and downs of the economy, of the COVID situation, of the turbulence, where everyone is part of. But we, as leaders, are taught never say things are impossible. You always say what is impossible to convert them to opportunity to make it possible for you. Similarly, we are taking this challenge and we are not calling it as SOS only in the terms of emergency, but it is the secrets of success. Yes, secret of success for Toastmasters and our guest, because we as a District 20 want to ensure we are successful end of this term. If you talk about managers and leadership, the difference between them is very simple and always been defined. But I like the definition put by Tom Peters. He said management is about arranging and telling people what to do, and leadership about nurturing, developing, enhancing the skill, be it individual, be it an organization, be it a Toastmaster club, or even the district. We develop leaders in Toastmasters. As leaders, we are given some targets which we need to achieve. When the term started, we have achieved these beautiful targets: paid clubs, 143. And if you want to become distinguished, you need to have 146 paid clubs. Payments. You have 5,644 payments. If you want to achieve a distinguished status, you need to have 5,729 payments. And if you want to become a distinguished, you need to have 158 clubs out of 143. So we distributed this plan to all the clubs. We got the target from everybody. But what happened? The turbulence is now constant. We got an update from Toastmasters International saying that we have changed your base targets. Now, instead of 146, you have 146 clubs. And instead of 146 distinguished club, you need to achieve 149 distinguished clubs. And instead of 5,729 payments, you need to achieve now 5,859 payments. And 58 clubs still remain. Challenge, which we need to increase as well. Now, can we put all the burden to our clubs only? Is that the right leadership? The answer is no. What can we do? Simple. We need to come with a plan. If we don't have a plan, we are planning to fail. And this is a quote we use in all our meetings in Toastmasters, at least till we are physical. Since we are virtual, most of the time we read from the screen. So this statement we hardly hear. But true statement, if you don't plan, you're planning to fail. But the good news is we don't need a plan anymore. With the current challenges, yes, fellow Toastmasters and guests, we don't need a plan. Why? Because the good news is we need an aggressive plan. Unless you have an aggressive plan with aggressive team who will work on the plan, chances are we are not going to achieve anything. That is why we need to work hard with this project to support our district. And how we do that? We have come with a vision. The vision is we want to support our membership growth for weak clubs. How can we do it? We want to conduct an open house. And in that open house, we want to make sure we have the right team, aggressive team, with an aggressive plan to achieve the targets. And of course, when you talk about the values, we want to live with the core values of Toastmasters International, because we are doing this at the district level. Ideas are always easy. The important is you need to have the right team to execute them. And talking about the right team, I have this team. Toastmaster Tabassum Ali, our head of education. We have identified our PR and marketing team led by Toastmaster Manisha Layandora, Distinguished Toastmaster Alan Paul, who is also a district PRM, and our own Toastmaster Tawfiq Abdul Kader. We have a registration team consists of Distinguished Toastmaster Murali Marohar, Toastmaster Sushma Kumar, and Toastmaster Mohammed Viqaruddin. And we have selected them on purpose because looking at the background, how much registration they have done in the past, how much marketing support they can give to the PR team, they have been selected. Since we are in the Gulf countries, we have Arabic speakers as well. We have asked our head of Arabic affairs and our logistics manager from the district to be part of us and help us in this particular challenge. And of course, since we're talking about the club extension and the growth, our club extension and chair are also part of our team members. Having this aggressive team, I'm sure we will achieve our target to get more members who we can distribute to our weak clubs and make our weaker clubs stronger clubs. Look at this poster. I'm sure when you look at this poster, your eyes will not go to the beautiful lady over there, but your eye will go to 24 September. This poster is designed in such a way that your eye will always go to 24 September and reminds you that our open house is 24 September. Anyone look at it will see 24 September. And you can give it a try yourself right now. Now, with that, we have some targets to achieve. We need to limit our targets to District 20, of course, but we need to achieve the non-Toastmaster, and that is the biggest challenge. Usually I've seen open houses are conducted where the invited guests are all from Toastmasters community. We don't want that to happen. We want non-Toastmasters community to attend our meetings and benefit from Toastmasters knowledge and experience. There's a huge potential available outside. We need to go out, tell people what Toastmaster is for them. If we are successful in that, we have achieved our target. Now, that is also not possible without having an aggressive marketing plan, aggressive PR plan, aggressive media plan. That is very important as well, along with marketing and public relations plan. We need to make sure that we have the right media, maximum media utilization to spread the word to all the residents in these two countries. We need to get some influencer, great crowd puller, so that they can pull more crowd when people look at them. Oh, these are the people who are coming and giving a speech or address. Let's go and hear what they have to say. And that itself is a great marketing plan, which we are working on. Then we want to showcase the Toastmasters program, because that is the thing which everyone should benefit from. And that's our purpose. But not only that, we want to make sure what Dr. Ralston told us, that if you want to enjoy your meeting, make sure you learn it in a particular way. And that's his favorite quote, which everyone quotes, and that's really true. We learn best in a moment of enjoyment. And we want our attendees also enjoy our meeting when they come and attend our meeting. And not only attend our meeting, but even when they look at the posters, they look at the plan, they should enjoy and they should be attracted to come to our meeting. That's our intention, that is our plan. And again, I'm keeping this particular poster, so I will go again on 24th September. Do not forget it. We have made a small flyer for the social media, and these are the content we have put so that people can read and see what are the benefits they can achieve from attending this particular meeting, with at the end a registration link, so we know how many people have registered. Are they Toastmasters or are they new members, so we can segregate them. This is the whole plan to get more and more members come to Toastmasters and help our weak clubs to become stronger clubs by end of this term. And with this, I'll leave you a small request. Each one of you, please pass on the registration link to all your known Toastmasters contact, so that we collectively help our Toastmaster community, help our friends, and help our neighbors and our community around us to benefit from the Toastmasters program. And with that, I'd like to thank all of you. Thank you very much. Back to you, the Master of Ceremonies.
Thank you very much, distinguished Toastmaster Khalid Jalal.
I did not see the timer in between. Sorry if, because I see Ahmed and I got Hameen, but I do not see the timer.
But I can see you, sir.
Yeah, you can see me, but I could not see you. If I can give you a screenshot, I couldn't see you. Maybe because of the multiple pin I have used, that is why. But anyway, now it is too late.
Yeah.
But I'm sure you have concluded within the time limit. So you are veteran in speaking and speech. So I'm sure you have made it. Now it's time to introduce you the youngest Toastmaster in the world as an evaluator for our next orator, Toastmaster Tawfiq. The evaluator is Toastmaster Shinash Sultana, studying in grade 12, getting exposed to a successful public speaker, has achieved many appreciations, public speaking in Tamil as well as English. An orator, public speaker who has given speech on over 50 topics with legendary professional speakers, celebrities as well as debating. Won the platinum winner in the Middle MSA Life and Life Institute Oman International Virtual Youth Carnival 2020 and so on. Working as a news reader in English and Tamil, I would like to invite Toastmasters Sultana to present the evaluation criteria for the speaker. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster of the day, Ahmed. And I'm so excited for this wonderful meeting is also because of I'm going to be evaluating Toastmaster Tawfiq's speech. He's doing Dynamic Leadership Project 1, Level 3. His project's objective is negotiate the best outcome. This project focuses on identifying negotiation styles, engaging in mutually beneficial discussions, and finding and building common ground. Purpose of this project is to learn about different types of negotiation and the strategies that can be used when negotiating. So I'm so happy that even his title is about negotiation. Title of Toastmaster Tawfiq Sirs is Negotiation, Peace and Development. Timer, please note the time limit is 5 to 7 minutes. Best wishes to my speaker Toastmaster Tawfiq. Waiting for your rocking performance. Back to you, wonderful Toastmaster of the day, Ahmed.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Sultana. Now it's time to invite Toastmaster Tawfiq Kader to give his speech on negotiation, peace and development. Part is dynamic leadership, level 3. Tawfiq Kader is very passionate about volunteering and educational related activities for parents, children education and social upliftment activities. Heads of UPPRA, BITP in our club and leaders worldwide Toastmaster Club has reached out to global audience in more than 26 countries and 60. I can go on, but looking at the time, I am inviting Toastmaster Tawfiq Kader on the stage.
Negotiation is not a weakness, it's a power. Do you agree with the sentiment? Please raise hands if you agree to. Certainly, I do. Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Ahmed, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. Greetings to one and all. Today, I am meant to be an orator, talking about a negotiation I have either participated in or one that I will participate. When I started to work on this project, it became an interesting project for me personally. As I started to research myself, I didn't know that negotiation is something we all do from a very young age, being a kid. And it's a life skill we all need, but it is a skill that seems to be lost over most of the time in people's private lives. First thing, we all think about negotiations. We normally think about work-related situations, mainly to do with contracts between organizations, employers, employee. I've also seen few organizations that run exclusive coaching for negotiation with clients. However, outside of work atmosphere, it is ignored. The best outcome of negotiation is via international diplomatic talks and agreements, particularly known as peace accord. And rightly quoted by Nelson Mandela, negotiation and discussion are the greatest weapons to have for promoting peace and development. There are 4 main negotiation styles and outcomes. And I would like to break the rule today. Please use the chat box to let me know what type of negotiation skills are. The first one is accommodation. You must be willing to give information and make concession. The second one is compromise. You're meeting your counterparts frequently, halfway through, and all parties make concessions. Number 3, competitive. Approach can come across an aggressive and strategic is just the way the DTM Khalid just presented. Strategic, and is most effective if an agreement is needed quickly or there are limited elements to the agreement. Number 4, collaborative. Style, it involves brainstorming to gather ideas for solutions that will suit everyone. Now, how I would like to illustrate is by giving examples. And here, I want you to help me, please. Put in the chat box, what do you think is the type? Is it accommodation? Is it compromise? Is it competitive? Or is it collaborative? I will go in chronological order for the examples. The first example. During my childhood, when my mother asked me, please go to bed and sleep, it's 9 p.m. I always negotiated with my mother and said, Mom, please give me that extra time. I have some homework to do. So can you just give me 10 minutes to finish up my homework? Now I go to second example. Once I was flying back from UK via Qatar, and at the airport of UK, I wanted to upgrade my flight to the business class using the miles that I had. I tried to negotiate to let me in. They would not agree. Due to what? I was wearing a jeans and a casual attire, a short. They said, no, in business class, you need to have a business attire. I quickly rushed and changed, and I wore my business attire, and I presented my miles, and there I was. I got to the business class. Third example. I hope you're using the chat box indicating the start. Like most of us with the pandemic, everything is on the virtual platform, including the schools. Hence my child, Ammar, wanted to have a laptop. He went Googling and found a best top brand with the gaming solutions. I sat down with my wife and my child, and I tried to negotiate with them. What are your intentions? What you intend to do? How you want to use? What are the specifications and why? And then quickly, I told them these are the best specifications, and you can easily use Microsoft Teams to get to the schoolwork. And the solution was solved. Number 4, which was recently, and I want to share this experience, especially to you, Mr. President. When I was creating the flyer of this Speakathon, I did run through several templates and kept on posting it on the WhatsApp group of XCOM. And I got some feedback and altered the changes to finally come up with the posted one now. So these are the 4 examples. You can quickly use the chat box and let me know what you think of the type R. Is it accommodation? Is it compromise? Is it competitive? Or is it collaborative? Quickly, I would like to run the outcomes of 4 main objectives of negotiation style. Win-win, win-lose, compromise, or when to walk away. I didn't walk away yet because I was almost about to do. And there come the Mr. VPE, Mr. Toastmaster Viqar. He told me, no, you have to do it. And I said, yes, I will do it. Just as Nike says, just do it. So timer, I see you red, and I just did it on time. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day. Ahmed, you're doing a great job.
Thank you.
Thank you. It was indeed a great presentation altogether. I wish you all the best. Now moving to our next orator. Before introducing the orator, I would like to invite Toastmaster Shakil Sheikh for presenting the evaluation criteria. Toastmaster Shakil is a passionate cybersecurity professional currently serving as a head of information security in AUB, Ahli United Bank, a proud father of a daughter who is studying in medicine. He has a deep interest in spirituality. He likes reading books and traveling. He's a traveler. So, Mr. Traveler, please come to the center stage and please provide the evaluation criteria for Toastmaster Anfal Abdelrhman Ahmed's speech. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Amit. That was a great introduction. Thank you. Our next speaker, Toastmaster Anfal, will be presenting a speech with the title Human Learning versus Supervised Machine Learning. This is part of the path innovative planning, part of level 1. And the purpose of this speech is for the member to learn or review basic research methods and present a well-organized, well-researched speech on any topic. The speech length will be from 5 to 7 minutes. And I wish you good luck, Toastmaster Anfal. And over to you, Toastmaster of the Day, Ahmed.
Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sakil Sheikh. Before inviting Toastmaster Anfal to the center stage, I would like to give a brief intro about Toastmaster Anfal. A visionary entrepreneur, like reading books and horse riding. Over to you, Toastmaster Anfal. Your project is Human Learning versus Supervised Machine Learning. Path is Innovative Planning, Level 1. Over to you.
Thank you so much for having me today. And I hope today's topic is to be informative and interesting to you guys. So let's start by this topic. I started this topic because actually I'm very passionate this time about machine learning and supervised learning. So first we'll start by asking a question: what is learning? What does it mean when we say that we have learned something? What is the information or knowledge or wisdom? Okay, so learning happens when we observe phenomena and recognize a pattern. You try to understand this pattern by finding out if there is any relationship between entities involved in that phenomena. So let's try to break it down. Take the example here for a simple phenomena that we observe daily. The hours of day and night. Is as you can see here, is there is any pattern? Yes, there is a pattern. For as you can recognize, for a fixed time period, we are exposed to light and heat of the sun, which we call daytime. And then for another fixed time period, we are deprived of a light and heat from the sun. We call it a night time. Okay, this pattern, like as you can see, it's repeat over and over and over. And we have an observe about a phenomenon, phenomenon, and we have a pattern here. Can we explain how this pattern are? Yeah, it's occurred. There are two entities involved in this observation. First is the sun, and the second one is Earth. So we want to understand if there is any relationship between the amount of the light and heat originated from the sun and the surface of the Earth receiving. So how is it possible? And there is many possibility for that. For example, the first possibility that we have is the sun is somehow switching on and off, that illuminating at a period of time. The second option, that the sun keep changing its position, revolving around the Earth and illuminating different surfaces of the Earth. Okay. The third one, if the Earth is the one is rotating on its axis continuously at given time. So as you can see in the three above conclusion that we have here, we have three models that explain the observed phenomena. We can state or express the three model. The first one, we can say like day or night is a function of magical on of off a switch of the sun. The second one, the second model is the function of re-evaluation of the sun around the Earth. The third one is the function of rotation of the Earth on its axis. The question that will arise now, which model or function is more accurate? Okay, as per the observation finding of different philosophers and scientists across the ages, we can find like the third model is the most accurate model, which explains the phenomena of the day and night. Okay, and we can say that the model is fit best for the observation around the phenomena. The other model can be safely reviewed. So this is how human learn. Human learning is observing something, identifying a pattern, building a theory model to explain this better, and testing this theory to check if it fit in the most all observation. Okay, so what we want to know and understand, how is a machine does learn? Okay, so the question is it possible for machine to mimic the process of human learning? This is what the field of machine learning and artificial intelligence are attempting to do. The basic is remain the same. As a human, machines are fed with observation, which is called the data. The learning algorithm behind the scenes try to find out a pattern among the data which best fit the observation. So if we go to this sample, this simple example, we have here the area and we have the prices. Okay, we have two attributes. Okay, so if there is any better or relationship between the price and the area, just by eyeballing this data and doing simple calculation in head, human can deduct that is not only 10 or 1 time, it's 20 times, and all houses prices in the database, in the data set fit this model. Computer can, so the question is, can the computer algorithm find out this relationship that the price is 20 times the area? So yes, they can do that. But the way they can achieve that, they assume that the price is W. Okay, the price is W the time. And they try to calculate it. They try to calculate the price. How they start by random taking any value of W from each value of the area, and W calculated the price. Then they compare it with the original given in the data, and the original price calculated the error. Then after they taking the error, they take the mean of the error of the calculating all the original prices. This is the average error caused by the model. Changing the value of the W and keep it repeating like more than time until the error is like close to 0, which is like that will improve the model, which it make less mistake and more, there is no way chance for improvement. So this is how the machine can learn the better in the data. And now this approach is actually very simplified. There is like more complex way to do that. And there is a lot of things like linear regression and other kind of things. So what we want to discuss, the conclusion here is that whether it's human learning or machine learning, both are involving observation about a thing or process or phenomena, and then identifying a better this observation. So the expression of this pattern is the model that has been learned. Most often, this expression is mathematical formula, define the relationship between variable involved. That's it, and thank you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Anfal. It was indeed great listening to you on human learning and supervised machine learning. However, we all human turning to be a machine these days, without passion, without love, without emotions. Anyway, human will learn its lesson. But moving next in our agenda, I would like to ask Mr. Viqaruddin or
Yes. Yeah, one speaker
yes.
is dropped. So
Yeah, Mr. Anis is not here.
yes, he is dropped.
So we can conclude our
Yes.
speaking
Yeah.
session, right?
Yes, you can.
So, yeah. So thank you very much, all the orators that have used this center stage to express their feeling, their learning, and their teaching kind of stuff. We had a speakathon today, as we all know that in this kind of meeting, we have to keep very tight schedule. So without wasting much time, I would like to invite our general evaluator, Toastmaster Ahmed Rizvi, to give his valuable evaluations on this session. Toastmaster Ahmed Rizvi has been a Toastmaster for 21 long years. Has been a area governor, division governor, district secretary. He loves being part of Toastmasters Club, and he is currently a club member of 5 clubs, counselor for 3 clubs, and currently Bahrain Gavel Club Council Chairman. So I would like to hand over center stage to the distinguished Toastmaster Ahmed Rizvi. Please give your valuable evaluation. Thank you. Over to you.
Toastmaster of the day and Master of Ceremonies. Thank you for that wonderful introduction. And I'm sure all of you had a wonderful oration day today from 6 orators. What a wonderful evening I had. As you all know, evaluation is one of the most important aspects of Toastmasters meeting, and feedback is the thing that makes us mold us into what we become eventually. So to get the feedback, it is very important to listen and follow. Make sure that we try to implement what we are supposed to improve or do better than what we did today. It's not a matter that we in Toastmasters really make mistakes, but from the mistakes we learn, and what mistakes were made is the one that comes out of the evaluation, which is critical way of giving the feedback for the speakers to become better and better. General evaluation is one of the aspects, and today I am really gifted to evaluate this Speakathon meeting where mostly orators have been orating, not only the orators as speakers, but evaluators are going to be better orators than the other orators who are giving us messages throughout this meeting. Meeting, I believe, started a bit late, and we will just quickly go through the evaluation part of it. Before that, time is of the essence. Let me take the timer's report for what time the meeting started, and also the speakers' time taken by the orators. Can I have the timer's report, please?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I would like to summarize the timing for the orators. President Mr. Balooshi has consumed 7 minutes 46 seconds, and he was not on time, excess of time. And DTM Mr. Khalid Jalal has consumed 10 minutes 2 seconds, is excess of time. MTM Viqaruddin was on time. He's consumed 6 minutes, 39 seconds. And Toastmaster Tawfiq Kader was on time. He consumed 6 minutes, 32 seconds. And Sayyid Abbas, the icebreaker, he was on time. Within the time, he consumed 5 minutes, 20 seconds. And the last Toastmaster Anfal Ahmed, not on time, in the excess of time. She has consumed 8 minutes and 15 seconds. So that's all from my side.
Thank you, Toastmaster, for having an accurate timing record for all the orators. And I'm sure the speakers, the orators who have exceeded the time will make sure next time they will try to concentrate on the timing. Now, the evaluators, let us go for the evaluations of the orators. First of all, the first speaker was evaluated by Toastmaster Mohammed on the speech of Toastmaster Balooshi in emotional intelligence, power of emotional intelligence to evaluate the speech. May I invite Toastmaster Mohammed. Please give a round of applause to Toastmaster.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Just for the records, I'm evaluating Toastmaster Sayyid Abbas, Icebreaker.
Sorry, Sayyid Abbas, sorry. I'm ready.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Ahmed Rizvi. And let me first start by congratulating our future orator, Toastmaster Sayyid Abbas. Now we got to know you better and we know a lot about you. You have given your speech today in a very unique way. What I like is your introduction. You started with a unique phrase. My name is Sayyid Abbas. My model is 1986. That is a great way to start, and also at the same time. Am I audible?
Yes.
What else did they like about your speech? You came not only to introduce yourself, but you came also with two things. The first thing is that you came with a clear purpose to improve your leadership and communication style and also to help others. It's very important that the speaker knows his purpose so he knows the message that he wants to deliver. And that takes us to the second thing you gave us today. You gave us messages, important messages about reading, about connecting with people, about continuous learning and improvement. What I liked it when you said that you are diving to know more about religion and culture. And this shows that you understand that you are speaking to a platform with cultural diversity. And when the listeners know that you are in understanding with their background, they will be able to listen to you and get your message and get your speech when you're speaking. And also I like when you said that reading enrich your knowledge and skills. Reading enrich your knowledge and gives more power to your ideas to connect with people and to help and also to receive help. And I like that you specifically focused on giving help and also receiving help at the same time. And then you concluded with a powerful quote: happiness will not come to those people who fail to appreciate what they already have. What a great way to end your speech. Now, if to give you a few points to improve on your speech, what I would say is to break your speech into small segments or points so that when you speak, you know what you want to speak about first, what you want to speak about next, and what you want to speak about after that. That will give you a smooth flow to your speech and will let people understand your ideas more. And to challenge you, I see that you have great skills in graphic designing. You can utilize these skills in your speech. So great introduction, great messages you gave us. Work on the points that I told you and you will be an excellent orator. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Wow, Toastmaster, what a constructive feedback on an icebreaker speech. Wonderful. Yes, I would like to endorse the evaluation of Toastmaster on the icebreaker speech. And for the speaker, I should commend for starting an icebreaker with a slide show, especially, is a plus point. Keep it up, and one challenge for the speaker is try to deliver the speeches in future by at least standing and using the stage, although it is a virtual. Congratulations to the speaker who has completed the icebreaker so well, so well. Thank you very much. I'm just doubtful about the timer. Time for evaluation is 2 to 3 minutes. Toastmaster, we have to be. I saw the green coming up so quickly. Am I right?
Yes, sir. It was a mistake actually. 1 minute ahead actually.
Yes, I saw before just 1 minute it came up.
Yeah, 1 minute ahead, yes.
Yeah,
Sorry
please, 2 to 3 minutes. Thank you so much. Next evaluator for the second orator, as I mentioned earlier, the power of emotional intelligence by Toastmaster Ahmed Balooshi, evaluated by Toastmaster Viqaruddin. Please, the screen is all yours, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Mr. General Evaluator. The power of emotional intelligence. What did we see in our speech today? I think all of you noticed the emotions showed by our speaker today. What were they? They were passionate. He has a screen presence. He was expressive. He was passionate about the topic, and that passion was visible to us. All of us, we were engrossed. What do we learn from that? We learn from him, and we observe that he is an emotional person who wants to teach people. He has all the skills of being a good trainer, and he's motivated to impart his knowledge to others. And we were treated to a dish of oratory. But as with any dish and with any emotions, if you are happy all the time, is it good? If you are sad all the time, is it good? A good dish is a mixture of things. And this was something that is missing, that I want you to improve it. Well, although you had good oratory skills and body presence, but you did not have a mixture of spices added to your speech. You were only explaining about the topic. You did not have time to highlight your experience of the minimum 2 weeks, or you said 1 month, that you kept a journal targeting your emotions. That is something I would have learned to have. I would love to see that. What have you learned from this experience? I did not want to see and understood those points about emotional intelligence, but that would have added value to that one. So you have to have a mixture. And most importantly, I would recommend to challenge yourself. Please incorporate a story, or most importantly, your experience that you had with your personal emotions and what you learned from them. And that, in my opinion, was one of the main objectives of the project speech, and it was missing. And I would recommend you to apply those skills that you have as oratory by sharing your experience with all the team. And that is something I would have loved to see, because I know you are a great orator. You have the body presence. You were expressive. Look at your body language. You came forward on the screen and all of those things. But all of that was too much information. But where is the practical? The practical was missing. The lesson was missing. I wanted to see how you actually felt emotionally. You could have said, this was how I dealt with somebody. Somebody came to me, and this is how I dealt with it, how I felt with that, and how I learned from it. That is what I want to have, because this is a unique project. This is the only one project that is only in the motivational strategies, and I believe that would add value, and this is a great learning experience. With that, I wish you all the best. Well done, Toastmaster Ahmed Balooshi. Over to you, General Orator Ahmed.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster. Very, very useful feedback in this speech. And I noticed given from the orator, there could be little pauses in between for all of us to grasp the messages being given by the speaker. It was on a monotonous note. It was very little faster than I expected. So that's another thing which I noticed. Wonderful evaluation. Thank you so much. The third speaker was evaluated by Toastmaster Gangadhar Rao. Toastmaster Gangadhar Rao, can you give your feedback for the speech delivered by Toastmaster Viqaruddin?
Thank you, General Evaluator. A journey of 1,000 miles must begin with a single step. A very apt quote for any Toastmaster speech. You can always begin with that. Fellow Toastmaster, receiving this a very good evening to you all. The minute Toastmaster Viqaruddin prepares a speech, delivers a speech, it is always a joy we can always see in his speech. He enjoys the speech. That's the best part of him. Whatever is delivered, but he will enjoy the speech, which is the most important ingredient of any Toastmaster learning. As we say, we learn better in the moment of joy. That is really adopted by Toastmaster Mohammed Viqaruddin on all his speeches. And he started with a very good point, a very confusing the audience or making them think, saying that, you know me, you don't know me. So immediately we started saying what we know about Toastmaster Mohammed Viqaruddin, what we don't know. So we know Mohammed Viqaruddin as a Toastmaster, but we don't know him the other side of it, which he started very well with this point to the audience. And another important thing is that he started his journey with stories, which is very important. The first story is my first public appearance in my school, an interesting story. So he explained it so well with the usage of props and stage, what role he played. Of course, smoking is injurious to health, but he has very well used those props and explained how we used to play with those pencil cigarettes in our childhood. He really made us to see things, what happened in his classroom, we can visualize. And then he started his education and his passion towards education, commitment towards education. And next to that, the certifications, the story of his certifications, failure and success. And he said, and the most importantly, if you want to do something, do passionately, otherwise don't do. That is a very strong statement and very apt statement. When you want to do something, do with all the passion and all energy, otherwise don't do it. That really, as I got into that message, either I will start doing something with passion, otherwise I will not do it. That's my stand from today. So that's a very good message to everyone. And we have seen that Toastmaster Viqaruddin demonstrating that in his Toastmaster journey. That's how I could connect to that. Very good body language, excellent vocal variety, clarity, and interest in the subject. All I want to recommend 2 points. One is, in a virtual meeting, try to look into camera straight so that I can look into your eyes. And next important thing is stage can be used. You used a lot of props, but stage also can be used. Time, you almost lost 1 minute. You finished at 6:39. You almost had another 50 seconds to 1 minute, which is very valuable in Toastmaster speech. Please practice your speech and utilize all the time. Overall, excellent speech. Overall, very good body language, vocal variety. And I would say an honest orator speech. Today we have heard from Toastmaster Mohammed Viqaruddin. Thank you. Back to you, General.
Thank you, Toastmaster Gangadhar Rao. Very, very, very valuable feedback here for the powerful orator in this forum today. Very entertaining speaker. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Viqaruddin. The fourth speaker was evaluated by Toastmaster Abhijit Roy. The speech of Toastmaster Khalid Jalal. Toastmaster Abhijit, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yes, DTM to Abhijit, please welcome you to give the feedback on Toastmaster Khalid Jalal's speech, the spirit of it.
Just give me 1 second. Let me pin the timer, please.
Please.
Okay. SOS to SOS. Now you might be wondering, why did I mention SOS a couple of times? Well, I do not have to really keep the suspense on, because everything was rightfully placed and displayed onto the presentation which our speaker, Toastmaster Khalid Jalal, displayed. Starting from saving a ship to the secrets of success was something phenomenally displayed. Now, how it exactly went through the entire presentation of demonstrating of a distinguished Toastmaster project is in the way I'm going to talk about. The important element of the entire speech was the purpose. The purpose was very clear. Toastmaster Khalid was aptly placed himself as an individual, as a leader of what he wanted to achieve, to bring on a wider platform or a forum where more number of non-Toastmasters can come as part of an open house drive, and which they can be converted into Toastmasters. So the purpose had been very clearly demonstrated. Number two, what I really liked about this entire speech is the skills that you demonstrated as a leader. You highlighted the challenges through the way of demonstrating the entire District 20 leadership board through the way of presentation. And you said that what exactly are the challenges that are going to be coming this year and how you are going to face that step by step. This is the way which absolutely had clarity in the thoughts and the minds of the people, and they could correlate of what you wanted to achieve. And number three is the flow. You talked about what you wanted to achieve, and then your team blend that you mentioned of head of education, PR and marketing, and other team members. And then finally, you talked about when is it going to be happening? 24th September. That is something which struck in my mind and really hit upon for me to take away and understand that there's going to be an open house that's going to happen. Now, to even make things better, here are something which I noticed and I can recommend. Number one is, as part of the DTM project, you displayed immense leadership qualities of how you want to achieve that. But what about the public speaking capabilities? There was something which you could talk about how as an individual, you could have made an impact through the way of communicating to the non-Toastmasters as an individual. That is something which could have been demonstrated and would have made even more impact. Number two, showing the District 22 dashboard and talking more about the entire flow could have been curtailed to a little bit of a short narration, and you could have demonstrated more about your leadership demonstration through the entire journey. And finally, the third point is talked a little more about the open house, of how the open house is going to be conducted, who is exactly the target audience, and how you wanted to grab the attention of the members to join from guest into Toastmasters. All in all, Toastmaster Khalid, you have achieved your first step of the planning for a DTM project. A little bit on the work on these elements which I just shared can even make things better for you. You are an ardent speaker and, of course, a great leader. All the best, and over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, DTM Abhijit, for that excellent feedback on leadership, especially. And thanks to Toastmaster Khalid Jalal for giving us a glimpse of how to achieve distinguished Toastmasters program and to achieve the goals by the officers concerned. Thanks for giving that insight about the series program. The next speaker was evaluated by Toastmaster Shaina. Is that correct? Am I pronouncing right?
My name is Shina.
Yes. Okay. Then the speech of Toastmaster Tawfiq. Can I have the evaluation for Toastmaster Tawfiq's speech? The negotiation. Screen is all yours, Toastmaster. Yes.
Thank you, General Evaluator, Honorable Toastmasters, guests, and especially Toastmaster Tawfiq sir for your wonderful speech, and very good evening once again to everyone. I'm so proud to evaluate our own and only Toastmaster Tawfiq. That is because he has delivered his speech in such a way, such a tremendous way. Seriously, I am traumatized. That is because of Toastmaster Tawfiq, even between this meeting, he texted that he is waiting for the feedback so he could change himself and improve. And he said this in several times this week. So I thought he's not going to do well. But he proved him wrong. He proved myself wrong. Toastmaster Tawfiq, what a performance. I don't want to say it's a speech. It is a performance, complete performance. The time you took was 6 minutes 32 seconds, which is amazing. And about his content, the way he started, as soon as he started, he was really interactive. The main body, introduction, conclusion, every single thing was fantabulous. He said Nelson Mandela's wonderful quote about negotiation, and he has redone a conversation between his mother, and yeah, he also explained the 4 types of negotiation with such an amazing own experience of his life, which is amazing. Overall, his gestures, body movements, expressions, voice modulation, good content, etc., etc., everything was perfect. I don't know what to say, what feedback I can give to you. But still, to make your speech more attractive, I have a few things to say. Not few things, only 2 things. First is placing of your camera. Because we could not only tell, we could not see you properly. We could see only till here. So, though you are doing such a good gestures, we could not see it properly. Only till here we can see. And also, if you keep that camera in such a way so that we could see where you're moving around the place and you're filling the stage or not. Because of that, we couldn't see your movements around the place, whether you're covering the space. Otherwise, amazing speech, wonderful, fantabulous speech. And I could say that you have done justice to your project. And I'm so proud to say once again to evaluate your wonderful speech. Thank you so much, and everyone agrees it, and we'll give him a big clap. Thank you so much. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Superb, Toastmasters. Very nice. What a wonderful evaluation for a speech of Toastmaster. Tawfiq. Only 2 things which I noticed. The plus point of the speaker is the capability of involving the audience. He involved the timer, that is finishing on time, his negotiation, and he involved the Toastmaster of the ceremony. And I did with my negotiation was great, isn't it, Toastmaster of the day? You are challenging him, so that's a plus point. But only one thing I would suggest to the speaker is when having so much information to give a little bit of over traumatization could distract the audience. That could be little reduced in the future speeches. That will help to a greater international speaker level. If that, I will go to the 6th speaker, that is Speaker of Anfal Ahmed. Yes, evaluated by Toastmaster Shakir. Can I have the evaluation for that speech? But before we go on to the evaluation, I would like somebody to propose and second a time extension. I think we are supposed to finish by 9:30. May I request for another 10 minutes extension of the meeting, please? Can somebody propose and second that? Would not mind.
Mr. General Evaluator, Khalid Jalal, I propose we extend the time by 15 more minutes to cover up the remaining part.
Thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster Khalid Jalal. Can somebody second that, please?
I, Toastmaster Viqaruddin, second.
Those who are in favor of extending the time, please. Thank you so much. Let's go ahead with the evaluation from Toastmaster Shakir.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Supervised machine learning, artificial intelligence. This is such a hot topic, and also at the same time is so complicated. it is a difficult topic to explain in the time duration that we have in Toastmasters. But it was made so simple by Toastmaster Anfal. It was very easy to understand how we learn. Learning by humans, by observing, and the same way learning by feeding data in the machines. It was very nicely and simplified example given to the sun and the rotation of the earth. So I felt the example was very apt and very indicative of how learning happens and how the knowledge is built. It was very nicely explained throughout, and it is very technical concept, but she tried to make it so simple and easy for every one of us to understand. For me, I learned from this on how we learn. That was very interesting. I feel that this was a very technical presentation, so maybe it would have been supported by some slides or material that would help the listeners to understand it better. Because while listening to these terms and presentation, it becomes difficult. I also felt that during the speech, there was much less eye contact, probably because I felt it was being read from the screen. So to be a good speaker, you should be able to have a good contact with those who are listening to you, so you can build the rapport and communicate your ideas better. I feel that this should be improved to make the speech better. And also I felt there was much less body language to explain the ideas, to communicate and reach out to the audience and interact with them, to get them involved. That is also an important part to communicate your ideas. So in order to improve your speech and to become a much better orator and leader, I would recommend to build your eye contacts, build the body language, and deliver connection with your audience and deliver the ideas directly to the audience through the communication. That will definitely make you best orator. And that's all. Overall, it was a good speech. It was a good attempt to explain a very technical, very complicated idea. And I wish you good luck, Mr. Anfal. Over to you, Jalal.
Thank you, Toastmasters. Thank you. Very, very, very appropriate recommendations here for the speaker, who is doing in a way to planning. Yes, I think the time management could have been planned very well in the speech, as well as rightly said, the slides would have helped to a greater extent, and the speaker could have done the speech by moving around a little bit, showing some body language, etc. I really endorse the recommendations of the evaluator. Now that we have done all the evaluations, can I have the continuous report for the evaluating orators? I know Toastmaster we have to be.
Yes, sir. The evaluation report for the evaluators, right from Mr. Toastmaster Ghulam Farooq has consumed 3 minutes. He was within time. And Toastmaster Shakil has consumed 2 minutes 55 seconds, was within the time. And DTM Abhijit Roy, he has excess of time, 3 minutes 29 seconds. And Toastmaster Gangadhar Rao has excess of time. He consumed 3 minutes and 29 seconds. And Toastmaster Nuha Madani, who has excess of time, he consumed 3 minutes 16 seconds. And last but not the least, Toastmaster Shinaz Sultana was on time. She consumed 3 minutes. Over to the evaluator. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having kept that accurate report for the evaluators as well. Another round of applause to the timer for today, especially when we have 6 speakers, 6 evaluators. It's a tough challenge, but he managed to do it so well. Thank you so much. Now, for general remarks for quickly, at the meeting, I believe, started a little later, around 9 minutes, because when I signed in, logged in, because of some other delay in the technicality of my internet, I logged in, and the introduction of the guest was taking place 10 minutes late from the time mentioned in the agenda. I think that 10 minutes is now taken here at the end of the meeting as well. as usual, the President's speech, the President's address was very, very tempo-oriented, that he brought the tempo into the meeting, which is powerful. Welcome note and introduction of the guests. Introduction of the Master of Ceremonies was well done, and the Master of Ceremonies, Toastmaster, took control. And although at the beginning there were some technical glitches in his internet, etc., he managed to pull through, and he started introducing the assignees, the timer, grammarian, counter. All of them did a great job by explaining their roles. Thank you very much for those assignees who came forward to do this role in this meeting. I'll take their report after that. The wonderful the induction of new members, very professional. Give a round of applause to the BP membership who did this job very professionally. And after a long time, I was witnessing such a traditional induction ceremony of new members. Thank you so much for keeping the tradition and practicing the usual professional way of inducting members. There have been a lot of changes according to some Toastmasters clubs, but today I noticed that tradition was sustained by these members. Thank you so much. And from that onwards, the Toastmaster of the day introduced the assignees as well as the speakers so well, and he has got some introduction, wonderful introduction for the orators as well as for the evaluators at the time of introducing speakers as well as the evaluators. Having said that, now I would like to say that the time management was a little bit difficult, especially when it comes to virtual meetings. It always happens in every Toastmasters meeting I attend. It happens. Technical glitches, the camera not working, internet problems, etc., makes things little to go haywire about the agenda, which we cannot, and it is beyond our control. Nevertheless, this meeting was a great meeting and wonderful messages and wonderful speeches. Congratulations to all of them. With that, I would like to know how our language was managed and the word of the day orators was used, etc., from our grammarian. Please, the screen is all yours.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator. Honorable guests, DTMs, Toastmasters, and MC. Good evening to one and all. First of all, there was no misuses of the English language. Everyone did really well, and I found a lot of outstanding work as well. I liked the quote about how Toastmaster Syed Abbas told about happiness, and about the quote Toastmaster Viqaruddin said, "A journey of 1,000 miles comes from a single step." And numerous quotes from BTM Khalid Jalal about how management is required and not planning is planning to fail. And we learn the best in moments of enjoyment. And I also liked the way how Toastmaster Tawfiq used the word negotiation properly. Now, according to the word of the day, speakers who have used the word of the day are Toastmaster Mohammed, Viqaruddin, and Toastmaster Tawfiq. And among the evaluators, Toastmaster Nuha, Toastmaster Farooq, Toastmaster Gangadhar Rao, and Toastmaster Shakil have used the word of the day. And that's the report. Thank you, and back to you.
Thank you so much, our grammarian for today, Toastmaster Shriya. Now let's go on to the R counter. Before that, I would like to thank the all the speakers and all the assignees for having done their job so marvelous. So with the R counters report, we will be ending the general evaluation part of it. And please welcome our R counter for today, Toastmaster Riaz Ahmed. Let's see how many F's we have had.
Thank you, evaluator. Good evening, everyone. I was handling the responsibility of our counter today. Initially, Toastmaster of Day, Amit, for some reasons, I was not able to hear him properly. But the more word used by him was throughout the conversation. Then next, I take a note of Toastmaster Rizvi. I find difficulty to find any air well for him. It's going on. I'm not able to find anything. The next speaker, Toastmaster Said Abbas, he used the word okay multiple times. I'm not able to make a note of it. It's like more time. So I was not able to make a note of it. Then it was the like was used multiple times. So was used multiple times. And was used multiple times. So he need to try to avoid using the repeated words again and again. The next is our president, Toastmaster Ahmed Balooshi. Again, I'm finding I find difficulty in finding any of the repeated words or any of the words. I'm not able to find out. Then my inspiration, Toastmaster Viqaruddin. I always admire about him. He was using the word like quite few occasions and maybe few times. Apart from that, I don't find anything from Mr. Mohammed Viqaruddin. Then DTM Mr. Khalid Jalal, I didn't find anything. It's all clear. There is no repeated words. There is no words used. Then Toastmaster Tawfiq Kader also, I was not able to find any of the points from him. Then the next is Toastmaster Anfal Abdelrhman. She was using multiple times. Then okay was there. Then so was used multiple times. This and these are the words commonly used multiple times. So that's it from my side, the general evaluator. Over to you.
Thank you. Innovative way of reporting our calculus, etc. Now, finally, let us all give a thunderous round of applause to Sergeant at Arms, who started the meeting so well. Please go ahead and cast your votings. The ballot is out now. And for Master of Ceremonies for having done a wonderful job throughout the meeting, sailing the ship so well, introductions, etc. And also all the evaluators, speakers, our counter, timer, grammarian, everyone who did a marvelous job. And the moderator of the meeting has a great job, has done. Youth leader is Surya today, I guess. Huh? Youth leader Surya did a wonderful job. A special round of applause for her. Yes. Thank you so much. Congratulations for completing a wonderful speakathon. The screen is all yours, Toastmaster Amit.
Thank you. Thank you very much, distinguished Toastmaster Ahmed Rizvi. It was a wonderful evaluation. And I am sure it's in your territory that you will qualify or disqualify the evaluation and the speeches. And I'm sure you have considered all the speeches and all the evaluation for contesting the criteria for this voting. I'm sure about this. Distinguished Master Ahmed Rizvi, I'm just asking that if all the evaluations and speakers is qualified for the criteria on timing.
You're asking me, actually?
Yes.
Yes, except for those who are disqualified in the timing, yes.
So are you considering all as qualified one?
Let me see. Actually, I did not make a record of the timing announced by the timer.
One of the evaluation speeches has reached 3 minutes, some more seconds. So I think you will consider this for evaluation.
No, I think none of the evaluators went beyond 3 minutes and 30 seconds.
Oh, that's
no, only Nuha Madani, 3 minutes 16 seconds.
3 minutes 30 seconds is qualified.
3 minutes 30 seconds qualified. Yes.
Yeah.
All
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you very much, and sorry for the confusion. I'm sure you all have voted for the best speaker, best role player, and best evaluation. Now this is time to conclude this speakathon, a long marathon-like speaking, orating skills, displaying your orating skills and presentation skills. It was indeed a great pleasure to hear you all the speakers. Especially, I would like to thank distinguished Toastmaster Ahmed Rijvi for his valuable inputs for the meeting and encouraging us all to do better in the near future. Thank you very much, DTM Ahmed Rijvi. All the evaluators, Toastmaster Mohammed, Toastmaster Ghulam Fakhru, Toastmaster Gunadar Rao. I'm sorry that Toastmaster Nasreen Sheikh did not get chance to evaluate, but it was a pleasure having you here. Distinguished Toastmaster Vijit Roy and Toastmaster Shainas Sultana, if I correctly pronounce your name. Toastmaster Sakil Sheikh, it was pleasure having you here, evaluating all the orators, encouraging all the orators with a nice word, with valuable informations. I'm sure all the orators will take the advice from the evaluator and do wonderful in coming time. Thank you very much. Now it's time to hand over the control to President to announce the winner of all the ballot that all the participants has participated in. So the floor is yours, President Ahmed Balooshi.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster of the day. Thank you very much. It was wonderful. Control of the meeting. Thank you very much, and thank you very much everyone in this meeting, the role players, the speakers, for making this success. Thank you, DTM Ahmed Rijvi, for accepting the evaluator role. Thank you for Toastmaster Noha, also for Toastmaster Abdelrhman. Thank you for our young leaders, Toastmaster Shehnaz and Toastmaster, actually, Sriya also. Thank you for Toastmaster Ghulam Farouk for being with us today as well. Thank you for your efforts. Thank you for DTM Abijit also. We thank all our guests. We thank everyone who supported us in this speakathon and make it a success. I will not take long. I will just announce the winners also. But I noticed something for the timing before I just announce the winners. Actually, I have only speakers to sponsor Tawfiq. I have only the speakers for others, the role players and the other one. Toastmaster Viqaruddin, maybe you will starting your timing before the speaker or the evaluator start his speech or time. Therefore, because why I am saying this, because this is for all Toastmasters, you need to make sure with the speaker or the evaluator that, okay, are you starting now? So you click on the start, because I already put my phone in front of me. Once I clicked it, I started the speech, and I took 7 minutes, 22 seconds exactly. That's why it's very important for the timer, because he's the person who will qualify or disqualify the participant. Yeah, for everyone.
Sure.
Yeah, not only for you, Toastmaster Riyadh, for anyone who will take in the future those timer role, make sure that you are in sync with the person who is performing his role, either speaker, evaluator, or whatever. So to make sure that the timing are in sync with the time that he or she starts.
Sure, sir.
Thank you very much for everything. Now I will just announce the winners. I got here the best speaker is Toastmaster Tawfiq. Congratulations. I will say it very fast because we are running out of time. And of course, the best evaluators, our tremendous Toastmaster Mohammed. Congratulations. And we have the best role player over here is, we have tie actually between Toastmaster Ahmed and Toastmaster Riyadh Ahmed. So both of them, they got 36%. So congratulations to both of you. And with that, we are done. And I would like to thank every one of you over here for participating with us and giving you your time and your efforts to make this session a successful session. Thank you very much. And with that, this meeting is adjourned.
Thank you.